Welcome to Along the Rock, brought to you by the Radar Free Press. I'm your host, Kaitlyn Blum, and today with us we have Matt Prescott.
Hi, Kaitlyn. How are you today?
Great. How are you?
Good.
So today we're here to talk about a brand new event coming to the Sauk Valley area called George Fest.
Mm-hmm.
So what is George Fest?
We're very excited. It was kind of born from, we know how tough it is on downtown businesses. And the goal was to provide the best day that they have all year. And I'm in the bar business. We have the corner tap across the road, but there's the whiskey barrel and the cooler and JW's third base and Froggies and I can't think of the Johnny.
Yeah.
No, what did Johnny Weatherow just remodel just down the road here? PJ's too.
Yeah, PJ's too.
So in general, the bar business is tough right now, and my goal is to give them the best day they have all year, while providing a great event for the city. Our goal is to have 2,000 people down there that day. That's a lot of people to get into downtown Rock Falls, but that's our goal. We want it to be family friendly during the day over by the industrial, in between there and the music park, the RB&W district, I think they call it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be over there during the day with vendors and food trucks. There's an all-you-can-eat Chicken George competition at 3 o'clock. I don't know what to expect for that. That should be really interesting. And then at night, we close down from Route 40 to the Eagles Club. We have a stage coming in. We have entertainment coming from Florida, Nashville, and a local band. And so we're really excited about it. I think it's going to be great.
That's so exciting. I love the thought that you're like, it's to bring economic vitality to the area,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like it's an economic benefit to all of these small business owners,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, it's something for everybody to do. Because I always hear that in town, like, oh, there's nothing to do here. Well, you just brought something.
Well, and then, if I had to go up and down the road to talk to all the people, the one example I could give you is like Mud and Moo. Now, I drove by Mud and Moo Boutique many times. I thought it was a dog store. I thought it was a pet store. Mud and Moo. It was like Mud and Paw. And then you walk in and you're like, how many people don't know this is here?
Mm-hmm.
So if I can get 2,000 people down here, and 100 of them walk through that store, we were successful.
Exactly.
So that's kind of the goal. Like there's other businesses down here that you don't know. I didn't know down at Jeff's Juke Joint, they cut hair in the back.
Oh, wow.
You didn't know it either,
No,
right?
I didn't.
that's the stuff that you learn when you walk up and down the road. Koki Comfort, the gal down at the Thai restaurant. You see all these different places that you didn't know existed. I walked through the vape shop. You can't believe the people going through the vape shop. I mean, I'm thinking, I get there, I'm like the only person. I'm like, another person comes in, another person comes in, another. I'm like, holy cow, I had no idea. So it's great to see all these other businesses, and those are the lifeblood of a small community.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that I think is huge is we get people together. We did it with our after football events. And, the goal is that you come in sometime, it happens to all of us, you're going to come in and you go, I have to sit down next to somebody that I didn't really like, or I thought poorly of them. Then you sit down with them and you spend 10 or 15 minutes with them and you realize they're not as bad as you thought. And that might lead to something in the future. That, hey, I met a guy that does roofs and I need a roof put on my building. Maybe I can use him.
Yeah.
Those, what makes a community good is their togetherness and their strongness.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always said our community is incredible in that way.
We do have an incredible community.
Whenever somebody has a need, there's somebody to step up for it.
Mm-hmm.
And whether you call another business owner or talk to the people in town or whatever it is, there's always somebody willing to step up. We were speaking about Maddie's brother earlier. The response from the community has been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what is important to us. So this is our community. This is where we live. I use Wall Clipper as an example. They could make clippers anywhere in the world. I can't just pick up my restaurants, go anywhere in the world and think people are going to come in and dine. So that changes a little bit.
Absolutely. That's what makes the Sauk Valley great, right?
Mm-hmm. I agree 100%. It's unbelievable.
So you said specifically family friendly during the daytime. Can you tell me specifically what we have going on for families?
There's going to be a bunch of different things that are popping up. We have the Sterling Care team coming. There'll probably be face painting. We have the goat farm, Happy Hooves from north of town coming down. There's an all-you-can-eat contest. There's some vendors. Fresh squeezed lemonade. Roger That Coffee. Burritos Tacos. We'll have barbecue from Palmyra. And of course, there's going to be some Chicken George on site too. I don't know exactly how or exactly what we're going to do, but there's going to be some Chicken George on site as well.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I said. Well, the name George Fest, it was just kind of, I don't know, I had to call it something. I don't know, I was going to call it Rock Falls Fest or something like that. So that's what we came up with.
Yeah, everybody knows Chicken George in this area.
I hope so. If not, hopefully there's going to be some more people that know about it when we get done with this.
Exactly. So what time is the kids' stuff exactly, or the family-friendly stuff, I should say?
Noon to 4.
Noon to 4, family-friendly.
Noon to 4. There's also a bags tourney over on this side of the road during the day. We moved the bags tourney. It was originally going to be over in the industrial parking lot. Bags players like to have a beer.
Yeah.
I get it. On the family side of the event, I didn't want to have a bar set up on the family side of the event. I want to come out and be with my kids and my family and have fun stuff. Mm-hmm. So we moved the bag tournament over here because the bars are going to be setting up, getting ready. It gives them a little bit of revenue. We have room for 80 bags players. They probably bring a person with them. There's 160 people that are going to want to have a beer or grab a bite to eat during the day. That works out well. But everything else will be over there during the day because we got to put fences up to block off the road. You can't believe the security measures people take nowadays. Mm-hmm. And you got to put water barrels up, and you got to do, there's all these different things that we're seeing happen. So you got to take all the security measures. The local law enforcement's been awesome. We've asked them for some support because as I say, if we get 200 people and nobody has an issue, we were successful. If we get 2,000 people and we have a problem, we weren't successful. Yeah. So we just asked them to have a presence. I hope they never even have to say more than hi and talk to people and relax, but we want an active presence in there just to make sure that no issues. We don't want any issues. Wow, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, it sounds like you've done a great level of care just to make sure everybody that comes here is going to be safe.
That's what we hope. I mean, there's only so much you can do in any situation, right? I mean, some of these things, every time a new one pops up, you're like, oh, I never thought of that one. But it happens. But I think we've got it covered really well, along with Rock Falls Police Department, Sterling Police Department, Sheriff Booker's office. They can't just give you, if we took 8 officers from Rock Falls, that's their whole force. Mm-hmm. Can't do that. So they can give us a couple. We'll get a couple over here, and we'll handle it in that manner. Should be great.
You said, this event's for the whole community, the whole Sauk Valley area hopefully is going to show up. So that makes sense that the whole Sauk Valley area is supporting you.
We're hoping by year 3 it can pay its bills. So we're funding it the first year. That's it wouldn't go if you didn't. We expect to get about 30 cents on the dollar back the first year, maybe 70 the second year. And by year 3, we either find out whether we can make this thing go or not. If we can't, we'll have to try something else. But
so I want to know about the shift to later at night. You said music, so what's the lineup?
So as you come over here at night, it is a 21 and over event only. Okay. I'm sure there's going to be some people that'll show up outside the gate, because my kid's 19 and he wants to watch the band. I can't stop that. We're not going to try and stop that. But inside the gate, you'll have to be 21. And the reason is if we get 2,000 people down there and you got all ages, for the bars and the bartenders and everybody else, you don't know if that guy should have a beer, that guy shouldn't have a beer, what's going on. It's a 21 and over event. That's just the way it has to be. I don't know how else to put it. We'll be checking IDs at the door. Entertainment, we have Alborn, which is a local group who's amazing. Renee over at the cooler put this all together. I found out, here it is, I'm in January, I'm going to book entertainment. They go, Matt, you should have been booking that last July. I'm like, uh-oh. So Renee had to really work hard. I have a lot of contacts in that, and I couldn't find anything. We're thrilled with the entertainment he found. The Royal Hounds, which is a rockabilly band, very entertaining, a lot of fun, high energy, high action. And then we have the Jutt Huffman band. He's just finishing tour in Florida the week before, and then he's flying up here. We got to pick him up at the airport to put on a show here. So we think we have great entertainment. We think it'll only get better. We wanted to book something a little bit farther up the road, but when you're 6 months behind, it doesn't happen. So as soon as we get through this, we'll be booking our entertainment for next year.
Well, I, for one, am ecstatic to see Alborn. You're not going to believe the crowd you're going to draw with Alborn. They don't, they're their local band, like you said, But normally I'm traveling an hour plus to go see them because they've gotten so big, you know, they're traveling nationally now. So I am so excited to see them.
They don't play the area very often. Renee put that together. You know, we say, hey, that's a great opener. We know they're going to draw 200, 300, 400 people to start.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, then we got the other groups behind. And then everything ends at 10 o'clock or 10:30. So the last 2 hours can be good hours for the people up and down the road.
Yeah.
Because if I have 2,000 people down here and the entertainment ends at 10:30, they're going to fill every stool that we have in town.
Oh, for sure.
And that's part of it too. So the last 2 or 3 hours can be good for the local entertainment. Probably the proudest thing I am, not the proudest, but really proud, is when we got together with the bar owners. And one of the things that we agreed upon was that the next morning at 9 a.m. that we're all going to meet, that every bar has to have 2 people to make sure that everything gets cleaned up out of the road. There's no cans, there's no nothing else. We get everything cleaned up so that by Sunday at 11 o'clock, the town's back to normal. And every bar owner and every business owner says, okay, we'll do that. You know, you got the area in front of your building, let's get that done. And then we'll put on a breakfast afterward as a thank you and say, hey, come over and have breakfast, and we'll have one of the teams make breakfast for everybody.
Yeah, you're accomplishing a lot. Not only are you doing something for the community, you brought a lot of different business owners together for this. That's an accomplishment in and of itself.
Look, small business, like you are here, anybody else, it's tough. It's tough nowadays. It's probably tougher than it's ever been. And so I don't want to see these places go away. I don't want to see them close. I want our places in town to be strong. And, you know, we all compete. But I don't hold any ill will tell Renee at the Cooler or Raul at Whiskey Barrel or any of these places. No, we're going to compete. I'm going to compete just like anybody else. But I wish every one of them to do well because I know how hard they work. You know, when you walk in and see the owner who's 62 years old with an apron on cooking in the kitchen because the cook called off, that's not what these guys planned on when they started these. And so we just want to make it good for them. That's the goal, is that it's great for everybody up and down this road. I know that Star is going to put up a comfort tent. You get a little overheated, you get a little scrape. I don't need to send you over to the ambulance. You can come over here and get that. But you hope there's people that see the business that didn't even know it was here. You can drive down this road and never see. I didn't know there was a vape shop until I walked into the door of it. Okay, so hopefully, you know, all those things work out, and it's not just, there's also a pet groomer down in the corner. I didn't know that until I'm down here every day. I didn't know until I walked down the road. I'm like, oh, there's a pet groomer here. Or, oh, there's Mud and Moo Boutique. Or there's Jeff's Juke Joint. Around the corner, Ben's Fresh Cuts. I mean, there's all these businesses down here that I just don't think people know about. PC Tech for You? I thought that was a phone repair place. I mean, but these are the things you learn. Yeah. And that's what it's about.
So we talked previously about a Chicken George eating contest, right? So my question for you is, if you were to enter, how many pieces do you think you could eat?
Not many.
No?
I probably can't eat a half a pound. I've never been able to. I mean, if you sit down with a full order that's a pound, there's no chance I can eat it, even a half a pound at once. But I eat it every day. So maybe that's part of the problem, because every day you walk in and there's some, you're like, well, I'm going to make sure it's right today. And so you eat some every day, but I've never been able to sit down and eat a plate. I don't know what if you look at, the most popular one we have in the country is the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. And, they can eat 60, I don't know if those are 2-ounce hot dogs or 4-ounce hot dogs with buns in 10 minutes. That's a lot. I would think anybody that ate 2 to 3 pounds is going to really be in the running. I mean, there might be one monster that shows up and eats 5 pounds, but that's a lot of food. Okay, that's a lot of food. And we got to get it down to a temperature that they can eat it, right? It can't be hot out of the fryer. It's got to be down a little bit cooler so they're not burning themselves. You have to have paramedics on site. There's a risk of somebody choking or something. So you always have paramedics on site for that. CGH has been wonderful with that, giving us the different people that we need to pull those things off. We're limiting it to 12 people. So if you do want to get in early, get signed up. I don't know what to expect. It's our first year. Like I said, there's going to be some issues. It's year one. We don't really know. We'll get a whole lot better year two. But I think we have a great team, and I think everything's right in place. That's probably one of the scarier moments of the whole event for me, is the Chicken George eating contest. You get through it, no issues. I'll be like, okay, now we can take a breath. That kind of ends the daytime festivities. That's at 3 o'clock over there. Now we come over here and make sure things are set up and the gates open and off we go at 5 o'clock.
And then it's time to have a good time.
And that's what we're after, right? So a good time, no problems, have a lot of fun. The mayor and the council's been wonderful to work with. That was where we had to start. And, one of the things we asked them was, look, we're going to block off the road so we have control, so we don't have underage people in. Can my bars bring a cooler out and sell beer out on their sidewalk? And they said, yeah, we can do that. So that was great.
Yeah.
Things that, we haven't been done. TCS is doing the fence. They bought Sterling Fence, so they're doing our fence work for us. Midwest Disposal, who is the new garbage company in Rock Falls, who's been a good vendor of mine for years. I said, hey, I need plastic rollaways and dumpsters. And they go, we got it taken care of. So it's really a community effort. There's so many people that have put so much into this. And a lot of stuff that we got is a trade. Like instead of getting, our main sponsor is WLLT, White Rabbit Broadcasting. Okay, they're our main sponsor. They've been awesome too in helping us promote it. There's just been so many things that have been like, everybody's been like, yeah, we'll help. Mm-hmm. Now you kind of feel the pressure of I got to live up to these expectations because all these people put a vote of confidence in me. Yeah. I think we got signs going up in every bar up and down the road. You'll be able to buy tickets in every bar up and down the road. They're $10 pre-sale, $15 at the door.
Okay.
The biggest risk we have is a storm coming through that day. Mm-hmm. I won't know what that's going to be till a couple days prior. Yeah. If that happens, we'll try and move some of the entertainment inside somewhere. But, the problem with that is then I've got away from our original goal. Mm-hmm. Our original goal is a great day for every business up and down this road, Mm-hmm. As a little bar, if you can do $5,000 in business in a bar in a day, you're doing really good. But we don't have $5,000 days very often in these places anymore. So trying to get more people in there. If we have to move it indoors, say we went to the McCormick Center and put it in, well, then I haven't accomplished my goal. Yeah. And my goal was a great day. There's no outside alcohol being brought in. I believe Vale's will be open. Mm-hmm. She'll have coffee and sandwiches going on. Koki Comfort will be open. The Thai place will be open. So if we get 2,000 people in here and they start coming in at 5 o'clock, people are going to need to eat. They're going to need to drink. Like I said, I expect that people go to the bar or the restaurant they usually go to. If I want to get a beer, I'm going to go to the bar that I usually go to and see the bartender that I usually see. Mm-hmm. That's what will happen. So that it should spread out pretty good. I think JW's is going to sell pizza by the slice, which is kind of nice. I haven't quite figured out the whole slice game, but boy, there's all kinds of people that are into a reheated slice of pizza. And I'm like, hey, whatever floats your boat, guys. But that's what they do. I have a friend that started one on sale, and that's all they do is pizza. And they take a cold piece, they throw it back in the oven, they bring it back out and give it to them. I'm like, doesn't seem right to me, but that's very popular right now. Sunday Fun Day.
Oh, ice cream.
Ice cream, we don't have kids, but they also do some food in there too. Like when you drive by and see, I thought it was just ice cream too, but they also have some food in there too. So hopefully people will use them for that. Good. There's so many, and every one of these is typically an independent, trying to survive. We want to make it a wonderful day. We were hoping the parking lot would be open across the road because that's where we wanted to put it. I wanted to put the stage in the back facing this way. It's just not going to be ready. So maybe next year.
Yeah. So my question for you is, okay, everybody's interested. We want to go. Where do we go to find information, and repeat where we go to get our tickets?
All right. So information, best place to probably find it is Facebook. That's kind of the way we get information out, and it works. There will also be stand-up posters that are at print right now that will go in every bar up and down the road. Has a list of all the events. There'll be flyers there that'll show it, and you'll be able to buy your tickets up and down the road at each one of the bars. So we made a deal with the bars that said, hey, you guys sell the tickets, we'll give you a little piece of it because you got to handle the paperwork and that kind of stuff. So we'll go around and give them each 250 tickets, and then we'll come back the day before, probably 10 o'clock at night, the night before, and we'll say, okay, how many tickets do you have left? And then they'll pay us for the other tickets. I always want to be real clear. This isn't a money-making venture. Okay, we're funding it the first year. It's not going to make money. But I want to be real clear that every dollar that it does make goes into the account for next year. Mm-hmm. Like we put the money in to fund it, that's gone. Sauk Valley Bank will be at the doors with people in their nice green shirts that you always see at Sauk Valley Bank.
Oh, yeah.
They'll handle the money at the doors. That's their commitment in giving us a bank account. But all checks that go out have to be signed by myself and Renee, just to make sure that no money's leaving this account that shouldn't be leaving this account. Yeah, we got to pay bills. So it's probably only 20 checks a year that we have to write. But I want to be real transparent that, the goal is that we get 30 cents back this year, 70 cents back next year. So that'll pay for the second year, the 30 and the 70. And by year 3, it should be able to stand on its own, pay its own bills, and survive. And if it does, it can grow from there. I tried not to have anybody own the entity. They're like, Matt, somebody's got to be on the name. I'm like, well, I guess you got to put my name down. But I really don't own anything. It's an entity by itself for the purpose of growing this. My goal or my hope is that every month of the summer, there's an event down here. Not just, I'm only doing one, but you had Touch a Truck the other day.
Oh, it was great.
All right. I mean, I drive by and they had the kids up in the big, like they paint on the big escalator thing. And I'm like, I don't know if I want my kid up in that thing. He'd probably jump out of it or something. But that was cool to see. You got the taco throwdown that goes in the fall. We got July 3rd. There's some live music and stuff going on. I think there's room to have one good event each month. I'm only taking one. I'm hoping somebody steps up and says, hey, I'll take one at the end of May. Maybe I'll do something Memorial Day weekend. And somebody says, I'll take one in June. We got one in July. Somebody picks one up in August. Somebody picks one in September. Once a month, I think, is great.
Oh, yeah.
And they all have unique things that they do differently. One of the things we've talked about is, over in Morrison, they do a Paint the Town, where they mark off blocks on the road and kids can come in with chalk and color and make their drawings and whatever they want to do. So we talked about doing something like that. Every event should have its own unique stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the big picture. Is I think the city's done a great job with our riverfront. If you've been up to Dixon, they do a nice job with their riverfront. There's events going on all the time. That's what I want us to grow into.
Absolutely.
So we get more traffic.
Well, I'm sure people are going to follow suit. But I wanted to say thank you, Matt, for coming here
Thanks
today.
for having me.
I'm very excited for George Fest. I will absolutely be there.
Yep.
I want to say thank you to our listeners and to our production crew. Remember, the Radar Free Press is free for all, so we do rely on those likes, shares, and comments to keep us thriving. And if you want to see more videos like this, please check out theradar.online.